Welcome to African Dream Motivation.
If there were no challenges in life, almost everyone would succeed. But unfortunately, the obstacles are what defines life and give it meaning. Some people are born poor, others are born rich, yet we all have to struggle for the same space to dominate. That is why an old Ghanaian proverb says, life is war. Life is so complex that no one has been able to figure out everything there is. In the journey of life, you make mistakes, you learn from them, and then you try again. But this time, more wisely, because every failure takes you a step further to success. All you need to do is keep learning and keep trying, and one day your star will shine. It is a quest of repetitive try and error. There are some people who are born today and right after birth, they are wealthy. Others too will also be born, and it could take a couple of decades to turn their fortunes around. But the good thing is that even though you cannot choose whom you are born to or where you are born, you have the ability to choose who you want to become. Trevor Noah is a South African who is a millionaire and was listed by Forbes in their list of 100 most influential people in the world. Going back to his roots, he was born a mistake, and the act of giving birth to him was even illegal and a criminal offense at the time of his birth in South Africa. His mother was jailed, and while she struggled financially to take care of her son, she had to deal with her prison sentence. Trevor was a victim of both racism and tribalism, since his skin was neither black nor white. He was of mixed race. At a point in his life, his stepfather threatened to kill him, forcing him to escape Johannesburg to New York. Through all these difficulties, he worked hard and became one of the greatest stand-up comedians in South Africa, and in no time, he took the world stage by surprise. He won numerous awards, which endorsed him as one of the world's greatest stand-up comedians to ever live. He was born into severe poverty. He suffered so much with his mother, but in all, he persevered and never gave up. Whenever you dream of becoming something different than the norm, there will always be old systems that will fight the change you seek to bring. The critics could be from your own family or even friends. It will take you a strong deal of perseverance to still push forward and make it happen. It doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. In your quest to realize your dream, you will have a couple of challenges to overcome. This is the most important part of a dream. When you face the barriers of life, you either gather courage to get over it to succeed, or you remain there to fail. Remember, a person is a failure only if he stops trying. Herman Mashaba is a millionaire who became very famous in South Africa for turning his life around in a time when it was almost impossible for a black South African to be successful in business. He watched his senior brother die after a car accident, even though there was a nearby hospital which could have saved him. He was denied health care simply because he was black. Life in the 1980s in South Africa was tough for the black community. From a poor family, he was determined to turn their fortunes around. He worked so hard, and even though he dropped out of the university, he went on to establish a hair brand known as Super Curl. He beat the odds and became a symbol of hope. True perseverance is when all odds are against you and you still believe that one day you will make it. Djimon Hounsou is recognized as one of the greatest African actors of all time. He was born into severe poverty, and growing up in Mali, life was very tough. He followed his brother to France to continue his education, but unfortunately, he dropped out of school and became homeless. Through the pain and struggle, he was introduced to fashion, and he became a model and then gradually transitioned into an actor. In 2004, he became the fourth African male to be nominated for an Oscar. His outstanding performance in movies like Gladiator, Guardian of the Galaxy, Black Diamond, and many more made him a superstar. From a difficult beginning to becoming a superstar shows greater perseverance on his part. All these points out that if you have life, anything is possible. It doesn't matter how bad yesterday was or how impossible the future looks like. It may be scary right now, but no condition is permanent. Keep pushing yourself forward, especially during the difficult times, because when the storm is over, anybody at all can run the race. If it was easy, everyone would do it. A famous American singer of Nigerian descent visited Nigeria and was taking photo shoots. As the photographer was editing the pictures, she discovered something which blew the minds of millions of people. A bread seller carrying her bread was captured in the background of one of the pictures, but astonishingly, she looked like a professional model. The bread seller, Olajumoke, had been struggling in life and came to Lagos to sell bread to make ends meet. After the photographer, by name T.Y. Bello, posted a picture on Instagram and asked Nigerians to help her find this beautiful lady, Olajumoke was found. T.Y. Bello proposed that she stop selling the bread and pursue a modeling career. As Richard Branson puts it,
if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later.
She was an illiterate and couldn't read or write. But with determination, she took the advice and gradually began an unexpected career which took her places. You never know what life has for you in the next moment ahead. So whatever you are going through today, be strong and hold on. There is always hope for the living. What is it that you are going through in life? All these people at the top enjoying success went through the difficulties of life and still managed to make a difference. If they could do it, why can't you? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, kindly like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any new video we upload.